Jake Paul has once again shaken the boxing world with his bold decisions, stirring excitement and criticism alike. Fans were buzzing when IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois called him out, offering a shot at the title. But Jake's camp has made it clear he's not ready, at least not yet. While some see this as a smart move to avoid biting off more than he can chew, others view it as dodging a challenge. Jake's recent victory over the legendary Mike Tyson, in a fight many deemed more show than sport, only adds fuel to the fire. As whispers of his cruiserweight ambitions grow louder, the question lingers: is Jake Paul building his legacy with calculated moves, or is he avoiding true tests in the ring? One thing's for sure: love him or hate him, Jake knows how to keep all eyes on him. Jake Paul's manager, Nakisa Bidarian, has made it clear that Jake won't be taking on IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois anytime soon. Bidarian explained that Jake's immediate focus is to pursue a cruiserweight world title, which aligns better with his career trajectory at this point. Turning down the opportunity to fight Dubois isn't a shocker, as a match with such a skilled and experienced heavyweight champion would likely be a mismatch. Dubois, with his raw power and elite-level skill set, represents a challenge that Jake simply isn't prepared for right now. Even Jake himself has reportedly acknowledged the difficulty, expressing interest in the fight but only at a later time when he feels ready. This strategic decision reflects Jake's intent to build his career step by step rather than taking on fights he isn't equipped to handle. Jake's path to becoming a cruiserweight champion remains uncertain, as Bidarian hasn't disclosed potential opponents for this goal. The reality is that facing the current reigning champions in the division would likely prove too difficult for Jake at this stage of his career. However, there may be opportunities to fight for a secondary WBC title, such as the Diamond, Silver, or Interim belt, which could be a more achievable route for him. Matchups against personalities like KSI or Salt Poppy, who are closer to Jake's current skill level and appeal to his fanbase, could provide a viable path forward. While hardcore boxing enthusiasts might criticize these fights as lacking legitimacy, Jake's dedicated followers are more focused on the entertainment and drama he brings to the sport rather than the technical challenges. Jake recently made waves in the boxing world by defeating 58-year-old retired heavyweight legend Mike Tyson. This fight, held in front of a massive crowd of over 73,000 fans at NT Stadium, ended with Jake securing a unanimous decision victory. However, many fans and analysts have raised concerns about the legitimacy of the fight. The match was sanctioned as an official professional bout despite its unusual format, which included 2-minute rounds and 14-ounce gloves. Critics have suggested that Tyson appeared to hold back during the fight, seemingly avoiding throwing full-force punches to protect the younger and less experienced Jake. Despite these questions, the win adds another notch to Jake's record, further building his brand and keeping his name in the headlines. Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois had offered Jake an opportunity to challenge him for his IBF heavyweight title, a move likely motivated by the significant attention and financial gains such a fight would bring. However, Jake's decision to pass on the offer underscores a broader reality. He's not looking to compete with the elite fighters in the heavyweight division just yet. Dubois represents a level of competition that Jake isn't ready for, and it's doubtful he would agree to face top 15 contenders or participate in eliminator matches against fighters like Martin Bakol, Ajit Cabale, or Zhilei Zhang. For now, Jake seems focused on carefully choosing opponents and challenges that align with his brand's marketability, emphasizing entertaining and high-profile events over traditional boxing credibility. Jake Paul's approach to boxing continues to spark debates, with fans and critics divided over his career strategy. On one hand, his decision to avoid fighters like Daniel Dubois could be seen as a realistic acknowledgement of his current skill level. Dubois, with an impressive record of 22 wins and 21 knockouts, operates in an entirely different league. For Jake, who only began boxing professionally a few years ago, stepping into the ring with such a powerful and seasoned heavyweight could jeopardize his career and health. By steering clear of this fight for now, Jake is prioritizing his long-term potential in the sport over short-term gains or headlines. That being said, Jake's preference for carefully selected matchups has drawn criticism, with some fans labeling him as a hype job who avoids true challenges. Comparisons to other fighters managed by promotional powerhouses like Top Rank highlight concerns that Jake's career may be built more on spectacle than substance. His supporters, however, argue that Jake's unconventional approach is reshaping the boxing world, blending entertainment with athleticism. As he carves out his niche, Jake continues to prioritize building his fanbase and brand, even if it means facing lesser competition for now. One of the more controversial aspects of Jake's recent career decisions was his fight against Mike Tyson. While the bout generated massive attention and a record-breaking live audience, it also raised eyebrows for its structure and execution. The use of oversized gloves and shorter rounds left many wondering if it was a legitimate professional contest or more of an exhibition disguised as a real fight. Tyson, known for his ferocity in the ring during his prime, seemed uncharacteristically restrained, further fueling suspicions of a prearranged outcome. Despite these controversies, Jake's win over Tyson has cemented his ability to draw crowds and keep himself relevant in the boxing world. Jake's manager, Nakisa Bidarian, has hinted at a long-term vision that includes testing the boundaries of what's possible in boxing. This vision suggests that Jake isn't solely motivated by money but by creating moments that surprise and captivate fans. While Bidarian has acknowledged that Jake may eventually take on challenges like Daniel Dubois, the focus for now remains on achieving a world title at Cruiserweight. This strategic planning allows Jake to grow at his own pace while maintaining his position as one of boxing's most polarizing figures. Whether he ultimately lives up to the hype or remains a divisive entertainer will depend on how his career unfolds in the coming years. Dubois experienced a level of high competition that Jake isn't ready for at all, and it's doubtful who would always be agreed to face top 15 contenders or participate in eliminator matches. Jake Paul's journey in boxing continues to captivate fans and critics alike. His decision to sidestep Daniel Dubois for now has sparked heated debates, but it's clear that Jake is playing a strategic game. With ambitions to claim a cruiserweight title, he's choosing his battles carefully, aiming for the right opponents and moments to solidify his boxing credentials. While some see this approach as calculated, others question whether Jake is truly ready to face elite competition. Still, his ability to stay in the spotlight and dominate conversations in and out of the ring proves his unmatched knack for keeping his career buzzing. As Jake sets his sights on new challenges, the question remains, how far can he push his limits? His win against Mike Tyson, though criticized by some, drew a massive crowd and highlighted his star power. Now, with talks of cruiserweight glory and potential matchups against names like KSI and Salt Papi, Jake is navigating the fine line between entertainment and legacy. Whether he's crafting a path to long-term greatness or riding the wave of popularity, one thing is certain: Jake Paul's journey is far from over, and the world will be watching every step of the way.